Good morning, students. In today's video, we will start our next topic, that is export promotion schemes. Exports are given top priority by all the nations. Therefore, practice of encouraging exports is followed world over. Government of India also encourages exports through various schemes. Export Promotion Council have been set up for this purpose. Different export incentives for manufacturers are available, which include, as visible on your screen, like indigenous inputs without payment of excise duty or rebate if duty paid. Similarly, final product पे भी ड्यूटीज़ के लिए रिबेट अलाउड है. इसी तरीके से इंपोर्टेड इनपुट्स और फाइनल प्रोडक्ट्स पे एक्सपोर्ट ड्यूटी में रिबेट मिलता है. बैंक फाइनेंस प्रायोरिटी बेसिस पे अवेलेबल होता है एंड एट कंसेशनल रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट अवेलेबल होता है फॉर दी प्रोडक्ट्स मेंट फॉर एक्सपोर्ट पर्पसेस. Import of capital goods at concessional rate is allowed. Exemption and relaxations from income tax. Exemption from CGST on final product is also allowed. Next, we are looking at different export promotion schemes, which we will discuss in detail one by one. These include like special इकोनॉमिक जोन्स, जिसे हम SEZs भी बोलते हैं, ड्यूटी ड्रॉबैक स्कीम, एक्सपोर्ट प्रमोशन कैपिटल गुड स्कीम, डीम्ड एक्सपोर्ट्स, ड्यूटी फ्री इंपोर्ट ऑथराइजेशन, ड्यूटी एंटाइटलमेंट पासबुक स्कीम, सर्व फ्रॉम इंडिया, विशेष कृषि उपज एंड ग्राम उद्योग योजना, फोकस प्रोडक्ट एंड फोकस मार्केट स्कीम, एक्सपोर्ट ओरिएंटेड यूनिट्स, and next and last is procedural simplification and rationalization measures. To begin with, first we are looking at special economic zones. These are established under the SEZ Act 2005. These can be set up in public, private, joint sector or by state government. Minimum area requirement is 1000 hectare. These are established with the approval of Development Commissioner. An application is made to Development Commissioner, and after proper scrutiny, Development Commissioner issues letter of permission or letter of intent, जो कि एक तरीके से लाइसेंस का काम करता है. SEZs are like a separate island within the country. यानी कि these are treated as if they are outside India for customs purposes. Goods can be brought into SEZ without payment of custom duty. Next, these are treated as if they are outside India for the custom purposes. Next is duty drawback. The GST and customs duty paid on inputs is given back to the exporter of finished product by way of duty drawback. Section 75 of Customs Act provide for drawback. Industry drawback are fixed by Directorate of Drawback. Rates are periodically revised. The drawback rate is fixed under Rule 3 of Drawback Rules, considering average quantity and value of each class of inputs imported or manufactured in India. Next we have एक्सपोर्ट प्रमोशन कैपिटल गुड्स स्कीम, जिसे हम EPCG भी बोलते हैं. EPCG इज अ स्पेशल इंसेंटिव गिवन टू EPCG लाइसेंस होल्डर. Capital goods imported under EPCG scheme are subject to actual user condition, and the same cannot be transferred or sold till the fulfillment of export obligation specified in the license. Next we have deemed exports. Deemed exports are so called because in this goods and services do not leave the country. Supplier of goods get payment in Indian rupees and not in foreign currency. डीम्ड एक्सपोर्ट्स में हम इंक्लूड करते हैं सप्लाई ऑफ गुड्स अगेंस्ट एडवांस ऑथोराइजेशन, supply of goods to units located in EOU, that is export oriented units, STP, software technology parks, biotechnology parks and electronic hardware technology parks. Supply of capital goods to holder of authorization under EPCG scheme. Supply of capital goods to fertilizer plants. Supply of goods to projects against international competitive bidding. Supply of goods to power projects and refineries. Supply of goods to units funded by UN agencies. Deemed exports का benefit is available only to the manufacturers और exporters. ये merchant exporters को available नहीं होता है. Next, after deemed exports, we have the next one, that is duty free import authorization scheme, जिसे हम DFIA भी बोलते हैं. This scheme allows duty free import of inputs and capital goods which are used in the manufacture of exportable products, and these are specified under standard input and output norms. नेक्स्ट इज ड्यूटी एंटाइटलमेंट पासबुक स्कीम, जिसे DEPB भी बोलते हैं. दिस स्कीम इज अवेलेबल टू बोथ मैन्युफैक्चरर एक्सपोर्टर्स एंड मर्चेंट एक्सपोर्टर्स. ये सैनवेट क्रेडिट की तरह ही होता है. जब एक्सपोर्टर गुड्स एक्सपोर्ट करता है तो उसे क्रेडिट पॉइंट्स मिलते हैं जो कि पहले से स्पेसिफाइड होते हैं. इन क्रेडिट पॉइंट्स का यूज़ इंपोर्टेड गुड्स की ड्यूटी पे करने में यूज़ किया जा सकता है. यदि वहाँ पे भी यूज़ नहीं होता तो इसको एक्सपोर्टर सेल कर सकता है टू एनी अदर एक्सपोर्टर. नेक्स्ट इज सर्व फ्रॉम इंडिया स्कीम. सर्व फ्रॉम इंडिया स्कीम is started to make this brand all over the world popular. The individual service providers who earn foreign exchange reserve of at least 5 lakh in a year can apply to government for using this brand name. Next is Vishesh Krishi Upaj and Gram Udyog Yojana. This aims at promoting exports of fruits, vegetables, flowers, farm products and products of village and cottage industries. इसमें ड्यूटी फ्री इम्पोर्ट एंटाइटलमेंट इक्विवेलेंट टू 5% ऑफ इट्स एक्सपोर्ट्स आर अवेलेबल. 5%. Next we have focus product and focus market scheme. Focus product में objective is to focus the agricultural products, fisheries, handloom, etc. इसमें भी 5% of the total export turnover is available. However, in the focus market scheme, उन मार्केट्स को टारगेट किया जाता है जहाँ पे इंडिया का शेयर लो है. इसमें साउथ अफ्रीका एंड लैटिन अमेरिका को इंक्लूड किया जाता है. एंड ड्यूटी क्रेडिट ऑफ 7.5% ऑन टोटल एक्सपोर्ट टर्नओवर इज अवेलेबल. नेक्स्ट इज एक्सपोर्ट ओरिएंटेड यूनिट्स और EOUs. These are under the control of Ministry of Commerce, Government of India. They have to follow the prescribed procedures and statutory exemptions. These can be set up at various places in India declared as warehousing stations. ऐसे 300 places हैं इंडिया में. Next is procedural simplification and rationalization measures. In order to promote exports, government has simplified various procedures like fees for obtaining import-export code has been reduced. The number of returns and forms to be filed has been reduced. Validity of all licenses has been increased. And all exporters with minimum turnover of ₹5 crore and good track record shall be exempt from furnishing bank guarantee. So these are the various procedural simplifications. With this we come to an end to the topic export promotion scheme. Thank you.